What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? Pretty good, huh? Just want to touch base with our lesson this past Wednesday on the idea of heroes here. Remember, keep in mind the whole series is about heroes, but uh, overall, the general idea is that heroes are God's ordinary people used by God to do extraordinary tasks. So the whole work of heroes is it's always involved God, and God is the one is the true hero, and He's in charge of everything, and He's the one that doing everything through these ordinary people. But this past week we talked about Rahab. Now, if you didn't know, Rahab was a prostitute. She is one of the most popular prostitute in Jericho. According to historians, at the name of Rahab, guys can be satisfied without even sleeping with her, which is kind of crazy. Um, and people usually call her Rahab the whore, which is a pretty bad reputation in her time. She was probably an outcast. She lives between the wall of Jericho, right at the gate. She's not even in the town completely. She's almost excluded from everyone else. She has family living in town, so her situation is not good. And God uses her to save the Israelite before they enter into the promised land. In the book of Joshua, this is after Moses has passed away, and Joshua had to send out two spies into the land of Jericho before they go in and take over the land. So they hid in Rahab's house, and Rahab is willing to lie to the guards, sacrificing her whole self and her family to hide these two spies because she knows and she knew who God is. And she knew who this God it's about to come into her land, and she knew what was going to happen. Ultimately, she knew the life that she was living, it's not what it's all about, and she wanted something more. And not only she wanted something more just for her, but her family as well. So this idea of us living now, girls, you need to realize that God can use you. I know some of you make mistakes. I know some of you have messed up. But God can still use you. You just need to recognize forgiveness. That God forgive you. You get to start over. That when you date a guy now, maybe you need to keep it a little distant. And then maybe if you have in a relationship with a boyfriend now, maybe you need to go on dates with group of people, not by yourselves. There are things you can set boundaries for yourself because you can start over because of the forgiveness of God. Guys, maybe you need to respect your girls. The what's cool about God's forgiveness is that He doesn't remember. The Bible talks about He remembers no more. That's a great feeling. That's every morning you can get up and say, I can start over today. The second thing that Rahab cares about is the future generation. A lot of us look at church or youth group now as like, oh, this is for me, and I don't want you to come, and this is my youth group. You totally missed the point of God. Rahab asked the spies to spare her families as well. She cared about other people. She cares what's to come. Do you care what's happening when you graduate high school, in this youth ministry, in Breakthrough? Or do you only care about what's now and that it's for you? I hope you care more about the future generation. I hope you care enough to invite your friends to youth group. I hope you care enough to create the standard. I hope you care enough to set the par for everyone else to come. So God can use you. So Rahab, a prostitute, God used her to save the entire generation of people. And theologian argues that she later become the mother, the great 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 grandmother of Jesus in the genealogy in Matthew. So if God can use her, He can definitely use you. Peace.